LVMH stands as the 17th largest company globally, boasting an impressive portfolio of 75 distinct houses and brands. Among its notable holdings are renowned names such as Dior, Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy, and Tiffany. In addition to these iconic labels, LVMH also commands a significant presence through its own retail channels, through stores like Sephora and DFS. This colossal conglomerate is under the guidance of Bernard Arnault, who not only oversees its operations but was also instrumental in its inception. His initial investment of $15 million in 1985 has ballooned into a staggering valuation of $400 billion, a testament to his vision and outstanding execution. Bernard Arnault, born in France in 1949, joined the family construction business after completing his studies in 1971. Within 5 years, he assumed a pivotal leadership role, steering the company towards residential. This transition included the sale of the old construction division and a strategic shift towards vacation homes, ultimately ascending to the position of CEO. In the 1980s, faced with the enactment of a wealth tax in France, Bernard Arnault made his pivotal decision to relocate his family to the United States. His journey to the United States led him to a memorable encounter with a cab driver who, although unaware of who the current president of France was, claimed to know about Christian Dior. Although he had established connections in France, breaking into the American market proved to be a formidable challenge. It was in the United States that Arnault encountered John Cluche, the wealthiest person in America at the time. John Cluche was involved in leveraged buyouts in the television industry, ultimately resulting in the privatization of Metro Media. The subsequent restructuring efforts culminated in the creation of Fox. Arnault will learn from the 80s financial scene a playbook of financial tactics involving leveraged buyouts, hostile takeovers, and an arsenal of other financial tools. Despite hailing from a family known in the engineering and business circles, Arnault remained an outsider to the world of fashion. After World War II, in 1946, in the city of Paris, Christian Dior emerged onto the fashion scene. Before the war, he had already made his mark in various design houses, but it was in the post-war era that his work truly ascended. His designs led him to a significant opportunity, but opting for independence and desiring to design under his own name, Dior turned down an offer from Philippe Gaston. But this wouldn't be the end of it. In a pivotal turn of events, Marcel Boussac, a wealthy French businessman with a successful textile empire, extended an offer to Dior to rejuvenate and bring glamour to his successful but boring Boussac empire, granting him full creative freedom and allowing him to design under his own name. The House of Dior, entirely backed by Boussac, saw a monumental success with its 1947 collection, characterized by opulence and excitement, spitting in the face of the war's austerity effort. The collection was so successful that by 1949, Dior accounted for a staggering 5% of France's exports. Dior graced the cover of Time magazine in 1957, but his untimely passing from a heart attack marked the end of an era. As time passed, the Dior brand was licensed to numerous third parties. Although these deals brought in substantial profits and bolstered the business, they also led to dilution of the brand's identity over the ensuing decades. The quality of Dior started to fall. This move was met with controversy, prompting the Chamber of Commerce of France to denounce it. A young, promising designer of only 21 years was the last hope for the brand. His name was Yves Saint Laurent. Regardless of age and experience, he assumed the role of artistic director, and while he managed to revitalize the brand, his tenure was short-lived, ending in his dismissal after just 3 years. The House of Dior struggled to recover from this setback, ultimately spiraling into decline, a fate shared by the Boussac empire. As Boussac's business empire began to crumble, attempts were made to salvage different parts of the enterprise. The Dior perfume found a new home under Moet's ownership. However, Boussac's financial woes culminated in bankruptcy filing in 1978, leading to the French government ending up with the assets. Bernard Arnault was obsessed with Dior. Returning to France, he encountered the ailing Boussac empire, then under government management. Within the conglomerate lay buried the crown jewel, awaiting a new direction. Collaborating with Lazard Investment Bank, led by Antoine Bernheim at the time, they promptly prepared a bid. Bernheim's backing was critical, and his involvement was, according to several sources, due to him being incredibly impressed with Arnault's vision. This partnership resulted in a bid of $60 million, with Arnault contributing $15 million and Lazard orchestrating the remaining investment. The strategic move involved divesting various assets of the Boussac group, retaining only Dior and the renowned department store Le Bon Marché. Arnault and Lazard embarked on an extensive restructuring endeavor, leading to the termination of hundreds of positions. This bold step proved effective, propelling the operation from financial losses to an impressive annual profit of over $100 million, within a remarkable short span. Afterwards, Arnault's strategy moved to the second phase, where he systematically sold off non-fashion assets, generating a substantial sum of over $500 million. Employing stringent cost-cutting measures and streamlining operation, Arnault steered the company towards profitability. This pivotal effort rescued Dior from the brink of bankruptcy, marking a significant turning point. With a renewed focus on luxury, Arnault recognized the rarity of brands that possess both enduring timeless appeal and growth opportunities, a hallmark of lasting brand value. Bernard Arnault's journey to acquire LVMH was going to prove incredibly challenging, but power struggles within the company opened an opportunity for Arnault. At the time, the company was divided into two factions, LV led by Henri Racamier and MH led by Alain Chevalier. The merger between LV and MH marked the birth of the first luxury conglomerate, driven by convenience rather than a predetermined strategy. It was a defensive maneuver to counter and prevent potential hostile takeovers. Louis Vuitton, known for inventing the flat plank trunk, experienced exponential growth under the leadership of Henri Racamier. His visionary approach, including opening luxury stores in Japan and prioritizing direct retail, revolutionized the brand. Moet Hennessy, born out of a 1971 merger, saw substantial expansion under Chevalier's management, evolving from a family-run business to a global powerhouse with over $1 billion in revenue. When the merger between LV and MH occurred, Moet Hennessy emerged as the dominant entity. Chevalier assumed the role of chairman, with Racamier taking second place. In 1988, a pivotal moment occurred when Chevalier partnered with Guinness, proposing Guinness to buy 20% ownership stake in LVMH. Racamier was furious and saw this as a declaration of war. In response, Racamier turned to Bernard Arnault, the head of Dior, to counter this move. But Racamier was out of luck. Arnault ended up siding with Guinness, as his friend Antoine Bernheim suggested. When Arnault started aggressively increasing his stake and rallying allies inside the company, Chevalier and Racamier realized the massive error they had committed by inviting the wolf inside their house. Amidst growing tensions, Chevalier and Racamier attempted to appease Bernard by offering him the Dior perfume business, but Arnault saw through their intentions. He swiftly bolstered his holdings to 43%, solidifying his control over the conglomerate. The fate of LVMH was sealed. Arnault had won and was now in effective control of the largest luxury conglomerate in the world. In the late 1990s, Domenico De Sole and Tom Ford orchestrated a remarkable turnaround for Gucci, rescuing it from near bankruptcy and significantly increasing its stock value. However, rumors circulated that Bernard Arnault of LVMH had intentions to acquire the company. In January 1999, it was revealed that LVMH, led by Arnault, had acquired a 5% stake in Gucci, prompting the search for a white knight to prevent Arnault from gaining majority ownership. Despite efforts to find support within the industry, no one wanted to oppose Arnault. De Sole and Ford, consulting with bankers, determined that diluting the stock was the only viable defense. Gucci proceeded to issue new shares, intending to complicate Arnault's acquisition strategy. Arnault, an experienced corporate trader, was aware of the dilution defense. He believed that even if the law allowed for a 20% increase in shares outstanding, he would simply pay 20% more than originally planned. However, Arnault overlooked a crucial detail. This regulation applied only to companies listed on the New York Stock Exchange, while Gucci was listed on the Paris Stock Exchange, lacking this safeguard. In February 1999, Gucci issued 20 million shares to employees through an employee stock ownership plan, further frustrating Arnault's plans. In response, Arnault requested a board meeting in a bid to secure more seats and finalize the acquisition. This dilution tactic could only delay him. It was not an obstacle he couldn't overcome. Enter François Pinault, a prominent French businessman. Pinault proposed that Gucci issued an additional 40 million shares, which he would purchase, thereby gaining a 20% stake in the company, amounting to $3 billion. The transaction swiftly took place. Despite Arnault's threats of legal action and offers to buy the entire company for $8.7 billion, he was ultimately powerless to prevent the deal. In time, Arnault reconciled with the situation and eventually sold his stake in Gucci. This series of events marked a pivotal moment in Gucci's history, solidifying its path to success and independence. In the years following 2001, LVMH made several notable acquisitions that significantly bolstered its standing in the luxury industry. One standout acquisition was Bulgari in 2011, an Italian brand celebrated for its exquisite jewelry, watches, and accessories. This move solidified LVMH's foothold in the high-end jewelry market. In 2018, LVMH further diversified its portfolio with the acquisition of Belmont, a collection of world-renowned hotels, trains, and river cruises. This expansion into luxury hospitality enhanced LVMH's commitment to delivering exceptional experiences. The acquisition of Tiffany & Company in 2020 marked a monumental moment in the industry, adding the prestigious American jeweler legacy to LVMH's portfolio and reinforcing its dominance in the jewelry sector. Finally, in 2021, LVMH secured a majority stake in Off-White, a leading luxury streetwear brand founded by Virgil Abloh. The narrative of LVMH and Bernard Arnault is a testament to visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to luxury. From a modest construction business, Arnault's strategic foresight turned a $15 million original investment into a $400 billion behemoth, turning LVMH into a global powerhouse. The acquisition and revival of Dior marked a turning point, setting the stage for the conglomerate's birth. The merger of Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy and the Gucci saga underscored Arnault's tenacity. Post-2001 strategic acquisitions expanded LVMH influence. This legacy of innovation and refinement in luxury sets an enduring standard for the industry, solidifying LVMH's position as a paragon of excellence.